Oh, welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble, Dean Nostradamus, aka Derek. And I'm here on a Tuesday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy people here at WrestleCram. Of course, the podcast. The podcast. How about that? Love you guys. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week, I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. I'm truly humbled every single time I do this, and you guys are consuming it. So I do thank you. I do thank you so much. Slowly but surely, we are getting there. We're getting there or whatnot. And there, I mean, on the road to monetization. You know, we're gonna do that. But anyway, so let's talk about it. Okay. What we're gonna talk about today, of course, an update on Jay White. We're gonna talk about Andrade. We haven't talked about Andrade in a very long time. We're gonna do a recap of Monday Night Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania, and of course, I'm going to talk a little bit about Raw after I do the recap. That's going to be something that I do right now. Not even going to even do a small little snippet of what happened on Raw. We'll do that later on, okay? First and foremost, if you have not, and you watch my show or not, you watch anything on the show, I have a Facebook group. It's called the WrestleCram Super Club. WrestleCram Super Club. It is absolutely free to the public. Anybody can join, and I would love y'all to join and put your 2 cents in over there. You know, you can have a great time. I'm posting on there every single day, having a great time. You might even have a good debate with me. You know, I promise you can have a great time there. Also in the comments here, you can do anything in the comments. Have a great time in the comments, you guys. And one more thing. Next Tuesday will be the anniversary of your boy on this channel. This will be 1 full year on Tuesday that I have. And I'll tell you this, I'm going to repost the very first episode of WrestleCram. Can't wait. And it was just a review, just a simple review of Raw. Very creepy. I love it times 12. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, you guys. I love y'all so much. First and foremost, let's talk about Jay White. We would have thought that, you know, alongside with the WrestleMania, which was a pretty decent WrestleMania, we would have had Jay White, who is a former IWGP World Title holder. Matter of fact, he was the one who just lost his belt at Wrestle Kingdom to, of course, Okada, again, being the champion again. Shouts out to Okada, love you times 12. But now, you know, he is a free agent, and we thought, you know, I honestly thought that he was going to be either on WrestleMania doing something really cool, or, you know, the night after WrestleMania, which is Monday. Now, I am doing this late night on Tuesday. Very long story about that, but the short end of it is I was very sore, very weak, very tired, and I'm just getting done watching Raw. This is the second time I watched it, so this is 6 hours of me re-watching Raw to try to figure out what was going on. I'll talk about that at the end of the recap, okay, you guys? But back to Will Ospreay, of course, Jay White. But it seems like now it looks like that's not going to happen. Now PW Insider is saying there's absolutely no discussion of Jay White within the company at all over WrestleMania the 39 weekend. Not a single thought of Jay White. Also, the reports are also notes that based on the multiple conversations with WWE officials and talent, PW Insider has also told that it doesn't appear that White is WWE bound. Let's dig a little deeper into this. Now, question, where would Jay White go? Remember, he was a world champion on probably the 3rd largest wrestling federation in on any type of globe right now. He especially, of course, in the earth right now. They are the 3rd largest wrestling organization. And him not going to the WWE seems like he will be now probably going to AEW. But once again, that doesn't make any sense due to the fact that AEW does have a working relationship with Ring of Honor. Of course, they have a working relationship with Ring of Honor, but they don't have a working. They have a working relationship also with New Japan, which now I'm still thinking, what is the point of having, him on AEW when, of course, you had Eddie Kingston have a match with him, and if he loses, he is kicked out of New Japan. Now, the math is not mathing. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense to me. But the only place that I can possibly think of as of right now that he will go to, well, probably two places that he will go. A, Impact. B, MLW. Probably go somewhere in Noah. You got Noah over there as well. I mean, you got some European areas that I can think of. Those areas, but I'm still lost behind the fact that, he's not going to the biggest stage of them all. Now, once again, every man is their own man and they have to do what they have to do. But I myself, if I was Jay White, I would literally roll the dice. I would literally see how high my ceiling is, of course, with the WWE. Now, I can name about a couple of people that have successfully have a great successful career in the WWE that came from, of course, New Japan. We can talk about Brock Lesnar. We can talk about AJ Styles. We can talk about even Finn Balor, who was the original, very first Universal Champion. So I really think that this could happen. I hope this does happen. And hopefully, we can get some type of conversation amongst officials, some lawyers. I guarantee something's going on to keep this from happening. And I guarantee that, the WWE is probably the best place for him in the long run. But, I wouldn't mind him seeing him in AEW as well. The only thing about AEW is that you get a huge pop. After, a week or so, it gets, you're actually at the bottom of the card again. Look at Action Andrade. I mean, I know disrespect, but it's just a bad situation at AEW. It's bad booking in AEW. Even though I do enjoy AEW, it's just bad booking. Great wrestling, just bad booking. Now let's keep the party going with AEW. Of course, Andrade apparently is heading back to the squared circle of AEW. Andrade has been gone since September of 2022 due to the actions of a Twitter war between Sammy Guevara, which was the craziest thing in the history of life, that led into a fight on the night, which happened on the night of the taping of that Dynamite after they had that fight, which of course led him to be suspended. Now, the way it's looking, Andrade, before all of this happened, did sign an additional 3-year extension to his contract. Hopefully this will allow something to happen. He has been, a little vocal about the WWE and trying to get back to the WWE. We all know that he is a Triple H guy. I mean, he is a former NXT World Champion, a great NXT World Champion with Selena Vega. But once again, I can see Andrade actually being really, really good in AEW, actually turning this feud that they did have between him and Sammy Guevara into some money. Because once again, I keep saying this, but we all know that Tony Khan loves current events. He loves, turning stuff that is reality into a storyline. And this is one of those storylines I think that can be really good. They kind of did really okay. They did okay with the Sammy Guevara and Eddie Kingston type thing, where Sammy Guevara called Eddie Kingston a fat piece of shit. But this can be something even better, and I'm talking about better when we can put this into some type of angle that can lead to one of their premier events. What is coming up next? I think it's Double or Nothing that's coming on next. But yeah, because Full Gear is in fall, so I think it's Double or Nothing that's coming up. I truly think Andrade is a really great wrestler. I think he's great on the mic. I really enjoyed the faction with Rouge and Jose the assistant. I really think this can happen. Please make this happen. He's on the payroll. Let's make something work. That's all I can say about that. I do love everything about that. That he was there, and I mean, come on, his wrestling style is great. I love that DDT he has. Really, really fun. Great person. But on from there, let's get on, of course, to the Raw recap. We start off with Triple H. Triple H gets on the mic. He does thank, of course, the pro wrestlers. He thanks the crew, the staff, the writers, and he even thanks the cameraman Stu, and we get a Stu chant. After that, we get where he talks about, of course, the WWE Universe, the fans. He thanks the fans also, and after that, we get boos. We get flood of boos because he does acknowledge and brings out the WWE Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. The Bloodline comes out with just Solo and the wise man Paul Heyman. We get a huge "You Suck" chant. After that, Roman gets on the mic and says, Hollywood, acknowledge me. And after that, we get Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out. He talks about that, through it all, you have faced some very crazy opponents. You've won by the hair of your chinny chin chin. And this go around, if it wasn't for Solo Sikoa, I would have won. So he did ask for a rematch. And Paul Heyman gets on the mic and says, when do you think you want this hypothetical rematch? Cody Rhodes says, tonight. Paul Heyman says, not now, not ever. You will not get a title shot. But Cody he said he wants to fight today. Tonight is the night where he wants to lace up. He wants to fight. Even if it is a tag match between him and mystery opponent versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. But here's the thing. Paul Heyman told him, he said, okay, yeah, we'll have a tag match, but if you lose this tag match, the person that is going to be your opponent, your tag team partner, cannot challenge for the world title. Do I see some type of AEW type of situation? But no, I don't, because we do see Brock Lesnar comes out, and he will be the partner at the main event for the just for bragging rights, apparently. So after that, we get Omos versus Elias. It was a squash match. Not a good match. We got the double choke slam pin. That was the end of that. We get the Usos. They run into Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman does tell him that the tribal chief is most definitely happy and gracious that they did come in to help him win and retain the titles. But, he doesn't want to entertain them right now. So he told them to get on the jet, go ahead and have a great time. He'll meet them at the jet or whatnot. And the funny thing about this segment was, after the segment, Paul Heyman goes and opens the door and says, I've done what you asked me to do, Tribal Chief. Which is just the craziest thing in the history of life. Apparently, we are going to get one hell of a great SmackDown. We have to have a great SmackDown. After that, we get a Rey Mysterio promo where he talks about everybody. He's thanking everybody, thanking him for believing in him, of course, and getting that win over his son at WrestleMania. Outcomes, of course, another person who did win at WrestleMania, which was Austin Theory. He talks about that, both of us, we did get both wins at WrestleMania, and I'm going to beat the crap out of you. I'm going to put you on the list of me beating legends. So apparently we're going to have another legend killer with Austin Theory. We do get a Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory match. This match was okay to a certain extent, but Rey Mysterio is a champion, world champion, and he lost clean to Austin Theory, which was very, very weird to me. After that, we get Dominic and Damian Priest. They go into the ring. They destroy the carcass left that Austin Theory left on the ring. Dominic goes outside, talks to Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny is at ringside and on the first row, and Dominic tries to hit him, but Bad Bunny blocks it, punches Dominic, knocks him out. Damian Priest gets upset, grabs Bad Bunny, throws him over the barricade, gives him a choke slam onto the commentator's desk. It was a really bad bump. It looked very nasty. Adam Pearce talks about Damian Priest, and he's like, dude, what are you doing? He was like, dude, he started it. He really, technically he did. At WrestleMania, he did grab the chain of what Dominic had, interfering in some business he did not deserve to be in. And Priest also said, dude, you hit my brother, you hit Dominic. We are part of the this group. I forgot what the group was called. Judgment Day. Had a brain fart. They're part of Judgment Day. Like, look, you hit one, you hit all. So that's what happened with that situation. After that, we get Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We get those two, and Sami says it's been a very long year. He talks about fighting Johnny Knoxville in WrestleMania last year at 38, and he says that from right now I don't want to feel all lovey-dovey, but thanks to the WWE I'm back and back to happy person now. And Kevin Owens saying that they'll celebrate with a good fight, and he does an open challenge. He does an open challenge for anybody to come out to face them. Out comes the Street Profits, who have already challenged for those titles numerous times. I'm thinking I would have even been okay with the Los Lafarios coming out to challenge for those titles, but we get the Street Profits again, and we get a match with them. The Street Profits lose. Of course, they're gonna lose because Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn just got those titles. Of course they're going to win. Come on, really? Come on. So we get a Halula kick by Sami Zayn onto Montez Ford, which is weird because Montez Ford should not have taken that pin. But he did take the pin, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they do win. We get a backstage interview with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins saying, he sent KSI and Logan Paul back to the wayside of social media. He said, but it's a party out there in the ring. And he said, hit my music. He goes to the ring. He does nothing. He walks back to the backside, to the back, to catering. After that, we get Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is very humbled and very happy that he did win the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, but he is still not happy with the fact that he did not have a match at WrestleMania. So with his frustrations, out come the positive Mustafa Ali. He talks about you never say no to anything, and he's like, all right, cool. So he beats the crap out of Mustafa Ali, throws him in the ring, wins with a hurt lock. Another squash match, ladies and gentlemen. After that, we get a it was not good. After that, we get a Bloodline another segment which I thought was very interesting. Roman asks Paul, he's like, did you know that Brock was gonna be here? He's like, no, I honestly didn't know that, but Brock didn't lose, and he has pretty much nothing to lose for, or what? He has nothing to gain out of this situation but to beat the crap out of people. So he was like, all right, well, so Roman goes to Solo Sikoa and he says, do you think you're ready? You're going to earn your way to be ready. After that, we get a Bianca Belair. She gives love to Asuka, and Rhea Ripley comes out. Rhea says the only reason why you're not the EST, you're just the luckiest person in the WWE because I chose Charlotte. And Bianca's like, are you really sure about that? He's like, one day we will meet, our paths will meet, and this feud will continue. Until then, you go ahead and have your great reign. So Rhea does leave, and we get a tag match with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai. This match will be for the number one contendership for the women's tag team titles. Nothing really to go home to about this match. Io Sky and Dakota Kai, they are consistently losing. It is getting to a point where, yes, Damage Control truly needs to be wiped from the existence because this group is no longer a dominant group. We get a Tejana Bomb by Raquel Rodriguez, followed by the Oblivion by Liv Morgan for them to win the number one contenderships. Once again, this is just the worst when it comes to what we're seeing now with the women's division. I talked about that yesterday. If you want to know more about how I feel about the women's division, don't forget you can also go to the tag-in, which was yesterday. After that, we get The Miz. The Miz comes out. He's very upset because, yes, he did have 4 individual matches at WrestleMania. He had to face, of course, Pat McAfee, George Kittle, Shane McMahon, and Snoop Dogg. He was so upset. He was outraged. It was outrageous. It shouldn't have happened, and he is tired. And he's just wondering who's going to be the next person to attempt to try to face him. Out comes Matt Riddle. If you don't know anything about me, I'm not the biggest fan of Matt Riddle, so I really didn't care about this situation. But it did get a pop regardless of the situation. So the Matt Riddle did come in and say, "Hey, how's everybody doing?" The Miz attacks him from the back, but we do get a ripcord knee by Matt Riddle, and we get the Bro Derek from Riddle, and he gets on the top and does the Randy Orton pose. Not a huge fan of that as well. I mean, this is the Raw after WrestleMania, and we got Matt Riddle. So, it is what it is. I don't know what happened with a lot of the situation, but we'll talk about it later. After that, we do get a backstage promo with, of course, Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus and Lita are saying that we may stick around for a little while longer. I'm like, okay, cool with that. They will face, of course, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, but Becky Lynch said now it is time to put prestige back into the women's title. So that's what that's what they are there to do, and they are going to try their hardest to pursue that. After that, we get the main event, which was Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Before anything went down, we get a F5 by Brock Lesnar onto Cody Rhodes. We get an F5 outside by on the commentator's desk. He grabs one of the steel steps. He attacks him with the steel steps. Throws the steel steps into the ring. He grabs chairs. He attacks him with a chair. Now we get an F5 on the top of the stairs. He leaves. He comes back. He attacks. He leaves. He comes back and attack again. Everybody's so lost and befuddled about what happened with this situation. That's the only thing I'm kind of feeling right now, because Cody shouldn't just get another title shot due to the fact that he did lose. Give Roman some time to heal. Give Roman some time to just chill. And there's nothing wrong with that. I would like to see another participant face Roman for that title other than Cody. I will say this. Larson said something that made perfect sense. Go and check out Going in Raw with Stephen Larson. Larson said he has not been through a lot of trials and tribulations. And I kind of sort of agree with that. He has not been through a lot of trials and tribulations. So let him face some very high-level people like, of course, Gunther, like, of course, Brock Lesnar. Even Austin Theory. Have him face Austin Theory for a title. But until then, it is time. After all that goes down, then he can get his title shot and probably win at, SummerSlam. But hopefully it will be Jay versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. That was the end of that. Do we get the black? Can I tell you how bad the Raw after WrestleMania was? Can we talk about that? Because when I tell you this was one of the worst Raws I've ever seen, it made no sense. It was stupid. And the way it's looking, that we are hearing now that Vince McMahon is completely now back over creative. And I can see now that he is over creative. We got nothing. We got absolutely nothing. Are you telling me now that after this Endeavor merger that y'all couldn't put any money into new wrestlers? I mean, we didn't get... I honestly thought we was going to get Mercedes Moné. I honestly thought we was probably going to get, Kairi Sane. I honestly thought we were going to get Jay White. I honestly thought that we were going to get Naomi. We got none of that. All we got was just Matt Riddle. That's it. We got Matt Riddle, you guys. And this is the Raw right after WrestleMania. Look, I know that a lot of people are injured due to the fact of what happened. Shane, I hate that happened. Of course, I hate what happened to Finn Balor having those multiple staples in the back of your head, which he may not be fighting for a long time. That looked very, very gruesome. But my thing is, y'all couldn't have put anybody else on this card. Not one. I truly heard that Randy Orton was in LA. Y'all couldn't have got Randy Orton just to say hello. I mean, if he's still injured, you couldn't have got him in. I mean, it's crazy to me that now the Raw after WrestleMania will be known for, we got Matt Riddle. That's it. Just Matt Riddle. The matches were horrible. The only match that was good, but okay to watch, was the tag match. You had a world champion lose to a United States champion in Rey Mysterio. Like, really? Y'all give this man a freaking he headlined a freaking the Hall of Fame. He beat Dominic at WrestleMania just to lose to Austin Theory at the night after. And you got Bad Bunny. Now, once again, let me take that back. Bad Bunny, a huge celebrity or whatnot. I do like that. The bump was horrible. The bump was really bad. I'm not understanding the concept of you having a okay show, which is a pretty decent show. And if you look at everything, they're saying that it dwarfed WrestleMania 38 when it comes to viewers, everything. To come to this, when we have this is not good. This is not good. And the way it's looking, if Vince McMahon is back in creative, it is going to get even worse. It truly sucks. And I hate that, because now we are on the precipice of coming back to the NFL, where you're going to be competing against the NFL again, and you have bad storylines, horrible storylines. This is not good. This is not good. I hate to sound like this, but this is not good. Hopefully we can figure hopefully they'll figure something out. Hopefully they'll understand the fact that, hey, Vince isn't that man. Vince is an employee now, so it is time to treat him like an employee, okay? If he is over creative again. Do I think Dark Days are coming back? No, not by a long shot. The storyline of the Bloodline is still going to be a really great storyline. I guarantee it's going to be very interesting to watch Friday Night SmackDown this Friday. I guarantee it's going to be really good. So that's not here or there, okay? I promise you that's not here or there. But it just seems like the bad is about to happen due to the fact that this man is back with his awesome mustache, but apparently he's back. And we'll see. We will see. How about that? We will see. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Tomorrow, of course, you will get my review of NXT. This is right after Stand and Deliver. But we'll find out. We'll find out, okay? I love y'all so much. I love y'all so very much. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. The best is truly yet to come. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course,